Alright, firing it up now. Got them different channels here. Which? Got them different channels here. Which? Mixer. Out of that shit.
Okay, just followed you.
On what?
On Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
May you get 1 billion more. Make that moolah.
Pog Trig. How'd you come up with that name?
Back in the day, in the early 2000s, I was playing a game called America's Army online. And we had, we were all together before that, but before America's Army, it was actually Raven Shield. That's what I was playing. I was playing a Raven Shield, and I had some friends with me. And the funny part about it is that every time, like if they're all dead and stuff, then I'd go around a corner and stuff, you know, and I always had a saw. So you always just machine gun Kelly everybody, right? And bad part about it is there was no way of actually reporting your location at all. So you're going around corners, you're trying to see who's actually there, and you know I didn't know that my other guys were still alive, and I'd kill them every time. And it happened like 2 or 3 rounds in a row, you know, because you're trying to kill. Is it like NPCs? They weren't multiplayer. It was a storyline, you know, still. But my guys were actually there too, still doing the story too, and we were supposed to clear out a building or whatever, and I would kill them every time. They said, "Man, you sure are trigger happy." And so trigger happy actually got stuck. And then so fast forward to I think 2001, 2002, no 2001, maybe 2002, when okay, I did the Gulf in '91. Well, there was another Gulf War, I believe, in 2002, and people were. They were fighting out there in Iraq and Kuwait and stuff, and my guys, we were all military vets, okay, and we were also ticked off about it. Didn't know what we were going to do and stuff, and all we were able to do is play video games, and so we had to try to think of a name because we were about to play America's Army online, and so I asked them. I said, "Well, what would be a really good name?" You know, and they started picking up some really crazy names and stuff. And one person said, you know, pissed, and the other one says, it basically it's pissed Americans with guns, pissed Americans with guns. And people, when you hear POG, first people I always say all the time is, you know, fat ass white girls or something like that. You know, it's what it's supposed to be. You know, if you look it up, and so I have to explain to everybody, no, it's not fat ass white girl. It's pissed Americans with guns. But I owned the website. I owned the name of it for over 8 years, and but with the guys and stuff, you know, it ranged from ages from like 15 all the way up to 70. And at that time, I was in my 30s, and everybody was always like arguing all the time, just constant arguments. And you know, I'd bring them down to TeamSpeak. We'd try to talk it out, and you know, guys, it's not that bad. It's okay. You know, let's just move on from this. It's not that big of a deal, you know. And so I was always trying to, you know, the mediator, you know. And you know, after doing that there for like 8 years, I finally just had enough of it. And at the time, I was actually making money each and every month. I was making money. I was actually renting on America's Army, the game. You can own a server, and so I was just renting out the server $5 per person per month, you know, and that's probably exactly what it cost me. But I had like 125 some odd people, you know, and then the guild clan, what do you want to call it, and but after 8 years and stuff, I just got really tired of it and stuff, of hearing all the griping and stuff, and you know. I just now started taking PTSD medications at that time, and hearing all this stuff just really didn't do really good for my mental. So I decided to go ahead and just leave
you were,
it. So
you were in the military?
Yeah, I was in the Gulf War in '91. I was in navigation on the bridge on the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier.
That's pretty cool.
I loved it. It was an awesome job.
An oracle of the weird.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, you know, I
How
think
many
about it all
years
the
were
time.
you in there?
I was only in 3 years.
Really?
Only in 3 years. Yeah. But you know, I was over in Singapore, Hong Kong, the Philippines, Bangkok, Dubai.
How old were you at the time?
I just turned 21 over there.
Really?
Yeah. When I got out, I think I got out of the military. I think I was like 24, something like that when I got out.
How old are you now?
I am 49 next week.
Wow. Any birthday plans?
That's the funny part. Today, we go to a place called Taco Casa, C-A-S-A. Have you ever heard of that before?
No. That's
It is so good, man. They have the best burritos ever. And I told Mommy, we normally go to Olive Garden every birthday, you know, for hers or mine. We normally go to Olive Garden. I told her today, I said, you know what, for my birthday, I want to go back over to Taco Casa. And it's super duper cheap, man. I mean, instead of spending like $25, it's, you know, you spend like, you know, $10, $12 and you're done. It's like Taco Bell, you know.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, Bueno, that kind of scenario, you know.
Did she like it?
Oh, she loves it. It was always her idea to go to Taco Casa. It's really, really good. It really is. Man, I should have stayed in. I had 3 of a kind. Crap. Okay, I had a A6, and I would have lost because the other guy had a Jack 10. So I would have lost that no matter what anyway, because he also had, they had full houses. Dang. Which is actually better than mine. A four of a kind is actually better than a full house. And then you have a royal flush that beats everybody. I've only had 2 royal flushes since I've been playing this game. I've been playing it since January.
Uneasy? I don't believe that's the word I use.
I'm listening to this quest real quick.
Her prophetic verses tend to be loquacious and hauntingly beautiful. This one was terse. It mentioned trouble of some sort. Well, trouble could mean almost anything, though nothing good.
I don't know if you're watching my stream or not, but the story I'm doing is like the pre-quest for the new expansion that's about to come.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great.
It's just like a teaser quest is pretty much all it is, but I haven't yet to do it, and I want to do it before one that goes away, and definitely before the expansion comes out.
That's great.
You'll have to take that up with the Oracle. I suppose you figured into her vision. Gnostications. If this message came from anyone else, I'd say it was some sort of ruse. Mariv, however, is the genuine article. Oracle Mariv belongs to the Weird, a sisterhood of witches that revere the natural world. Mariv started receiving visions at a young age. Could act upon.
Well, I don't know where this quest is at.
I didn't do it.
Let's travel via the enchanted boat, but I don't know where the heck that is.
Maybe it's where a lake is.
Let's try this again.
Maybe it's where a lake is.
Oh, there it is. It is on a lake, but there's a ability if you go to your quests and you select the quest you want to work on and hit M, it's supposed to show it on the map. Well, it kept bringing the map up, but the quest icon was just outside of the view area of that section it was bringing up, so it's kind of weird. This game is absolutely gorgeous though, like everything about it just looks so crisp and clean, and you know, it looks like you could just live there, you know, medieval times living there. Blade and Soul was that way though for me too, it just looked so nice.
They just ruined it, man, with all that pay-to-win crap. They totally ruined it for everybody. And you know, I don't know if they'll be able to let you even, if they actually would let you put stock in, you know, in real life, you know, trademark it and stuff, that'd be a different story.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'll let you do that.
Hello.
Hello, what the heck was going on?
Oh my God. Well, mom and dad and, all that
Yeah.
jippy jap. And I hadn't ate yet. So there was food in the oven. So I ate and then I smoked me a cigarette. And now it's, I'm just
Bedtime.
saying, it's, yeah, pretty much.
Well, what I'm doing now is that prereq quest for Summerset because I've not done that yet. So
Is that with the Mages Guild?
yeah,
Yeah, where you get the scrying orb or whatever in the
Yeah.
magic boat?
I just came to Bleak Rock. I don't know what I got to do here, but
Bleak Rock? Is that in the magic boat?
yeah, you take the boat there.
Is that where you... I honest to God, I didn't know where I actually went. I just kept following wherever I needed to go.
I'm actually listening to it, like the quest, to make sure it makes sense if it ties into the new stuff,
Well, you do, and you know what? I have ran into just doing, like side quests and stuff, more about the Sigic Order than I have ever,
Well, it's going to be a cool part of the expansion coming out. Is that
I'm
Sigic Order.
hoping so. I mean, they're hyping it pretty good, so we'll see. I guess you know what I mean.
Well, I was telling Titus that your dad had a little
An incident,
something, and didn't know what the status was. Everything good?
Yeah. He's okay. So, he's had blood clots, and they have went to. He had a double pulmonary embolism. That's where you get the blood clot in your lung, and he had one in each one, lower lobes on each. Bilateral low lobe pneumonia. So, I mean, he was in, I don't want to say critical shape, but I mean, it could have been life ending if one of those would have went. And, they found him in time. I mean, they've been monitoring him, but, so then he was on Eliquis, which is a DVT. It's a heavy duty blood thinner. And then he was off of that, and then he developed another one, same spot in behind his knee. Keeps getting him in behind his knee. Well, so then they put him on Eliquis and said, guess what? You're probably going to be on this for the rest of your life, And so his leg is swollen up again, and it's been like that for about 3 days. But then he goes to bed, gets up the next day, and it's perfectly normal. That is not a sign of blood clots. You get a blood clot, it don't give a shit what time of day it is. It's big, it hurts, it's, So he said, he went down there tonight and they did, all the, protocol for potential blood clot. And nope, you don't have a blood clot. Basically what you got is a little arthritis in that leg. He's been out, in the yard planting flowers, pulling up weeds and all that. And he said, you just got to stay off your feet for a couple of days, so you'll be fine. So.
They found it because it was like swollen up?
That's how they found the first one that went to his lungs. And see, the whole thing with getting on the blood thinners is to keep the blood from clotting. And they give you the high dose, big powerful stuff to make your blood basically water, and it helps dissolve the blood clots. So yeah, he was in a bad way with bilateral and everything, but he had already been under treatment. So but it only takes 3 clump blood cells to go to your brain and cause you to have a stroke. So it's whatever. So anyway. And then I had to hear about, my aunt and uncle out there in Big Sky, they're not coming back. And, plane tickets are just so expensive. They could fly to Germany for what they have to fly across the United States for. And, I don't know anything about it, but my aunt says, and she's, like I said, they've been all over the world. So she's pretty savvy about the plane airfare and stuff. And she said, it's like I get on there every day and it seems like it goes up $100. She said, it's tourist season now out here. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but she said, it doesn't make economic sense to come now. In October at the end of everything, yeah, we'll probably come. So, and like I said, that's a 45-minute phone call.
About how long you were gone.
Yeah,
I got all my call chops leveled up, and I got the quest half finished, and I've crafted and deconstructed and researched. And let the dog out.
Yeah, let the dog out. Took the dog for a 30-minute walk, and
he even had a separate window up on the browser, and he would put some stock market in. And
yeah. I have a channel. I got DirecTV now,
nice.
and I have this Asian market report. And I have never watched it, but I think I might watch that tomorrow just to see what the hell's going on.
Heck yeah. Get rich.
Lord. Yeah, I guess.
Plus,
I
it's
don't
Big
know.
Friday.
That's why I'm
That's right,
staying
because that's where all the crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I didn't tell you this. I don't think I told Troy, but so Cameron's not feeling real well, and he took off tomorrow because he's got a doctor's appointment, and typically, he's gonna have to go get blood work. So he calls last night or texts one of the two and says, "Hey, what's Dad doing?" He said, "Well, he's on vacation. How long? How many days?" And Don's,
What's up,
kind of
born to
cautious, like,
be the king? How you doing,
supposed
man?
to be, getting shit
good?
done.
I'm talking to
Says,
some friends and
well,
stuff.
he's doing
so.
this and this, and he's going to be really busy. What do you need? What kind of project do you have? He says, nothing. He says, I'm, going to the doctor, and I may have to get blood work, and I don't want nobody else doing it but him. The last time I had to poke that boy, he was in that chair, white-knuckled, white-faced, thought he was going to pass out. Had to have one of my helpers come in to help him, talk him off the ledge, so to speak.
You're allowed to do that to a family member?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter at all?
No.
Just if you were a doctor, you couldn't treat them?
No, you can too. You can do that too.
You can't prescribe them, can you?
Yeah, you're under scrutiny.
What does that mean?
Like, say, for example, you come in with, say joint pain, or flank pain or something like that, and I prescribe you, Oxycontin. Not wrong. No, what the fuck? You can't do that. Somebody's going to check over your charts. Now, if you give you Tylenol 3, nobody's going to bat an eye.
What class do you play?
Half a Percocet or something like that. But you go for them big ones.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
I didn't know that you could do that. I thought there's no treating family.
Oh, no.
A lot of people probably just avoid it to prevent.
Exactly.
That,
and if I, like my dad, for example, I won't poke him too much. Only because, well, number one, he's my dad. But number two is because I know you guys don't know what a 21 gauge needle looks like, but they're pretty stout. I mean, they're pretty stout. And when I poked my dad the very first time, it bent that needle.
No.
His skin is so damn rhino hide. I mean, it bent the needle. And I was like, I've never had that happen before. I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck do I do now? I got a bent needle. It's like, what the hell? So I just, kind of went up, and instead of like in, I went up.
That's okay on my side.
It was bent that much.
Hit F5. Sometimes mixer
You
gets
did pretty good. I was like, oh my god.
You scared me to death, Dad.
Yeah, if you thought that was good, holy shit. And I took that needle, when I pulled it out, I had Darcy, the same guy that talked Cameron off the ledge. I said, come here, look at this. And she said, what'd you do? I said, look at this needle. She said, I'm seeing the needle. I mean, it had a bow. Like, if that was a piece of lumber, you would throw it away. You wouldn't even use it. It would be that badly bowed. But that boy's got rhino hide. That's what I'm telling you. You shoot him, you better aim for his head. He might bounce off his skin.
So is Cameron coming over then to get blood drawn from you?
I don't know yet. He hasn't went to the doctor yet. He's preparing himself,
That means a couple of drinks.
I don't know what is. No, and well, yeah, Darcy is in tomorrow because she's been out for 4 months. She's been sick, so she's got a half day tomorrow. So I'll just have her meet me down there again. She can talk him off.
Oh, it's all good, Barnaby King. Yeah, Mixer can be a little
snakes and needles.
Laggy
that boy is definitely afraid of both of them. But we'll get on a roller coaster that you stand up in, and go upside down and face first into the ground. And, yeah. Oh God. I did that one, and that was like, no, I ain't never doing that again. I never, ever closed my eyes on a roller coaster. Never.
Wow.
I did on that one.
The standing up one?
You go up, okay, so when you get in, you're standing up, okay, and they harness you in at your feet. They put like buckles over your ankles, and then they put like a harness over your shoulders, and then they harness you in at the waist. So you got 3 points that you're, strapped into this cart. And then the ride starts taking off, and your thing leans back. So you're now looking straight up at the sky, and you're going up this hill because you can look, bend your head and see down to your feet. And then all of a sudden you go over the hill head first on your back, and then you twist and turn. And at a couple different times, you are literally like feet off the ground. Your nose is like 3 feet off the ground. Upside down, going like 90 miles an hour.
Good.
And it's like, no. So oh my God. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm destined. If I'm going to die here, I'm going to die here. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. So enjoy the ride. No. I could not open up my eyes, and I could not have that ride end quick enough. And it wasn't just because of sheer. I
what was it
terrified.
at Kings Island, or where was it?
Yeah, flight of what is it called? Top Gun. What is hang on. Do what? What was it then? Is that what it was? Flight of Fear? Okay. That's not it? Okay. Yeah, so I was right the first time. Flight of Fear. Basically, what it's trying to give you is a simulation of if you could fly. Well, number one, I wouldn't be going 90 miles an hour. Number two, yeah, I would be way higher than 3 feet off the ground at 90 miles an hour. So, but it was, yeah, it just was not, it wasn't for me. It just was not for me. Yeah.
I don't know. Needles don't bother me at all. Snakes don't really bother me unless it's not no venomous snake. Then whatever. I don't care about
chew
that.
On you a little bit.
Spiders, just depends. If I have shoes on, I can just kill it. Then it doesn't really bother me. Roller coasters, they don't really bother me, but I don't do them without taking Dramamine. It bothers me more of the thought that I might get sick on it than the thought of the actual
up and
ride
down
itself.
And, yeah. See, now, like I said, there's another one it's basically, you go straight down, they take you straight up, okay? And then you turn around and you go straight down into a loop, and then you go straight up another hill, and then it catches you. And you're bonk, and then 3, 2, 1, drop. And you go back through the loop and back to the beginning. A lot of people, oh my God, that just makes you say, I'd love that one. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Backwards?
Yeah. It's just, think about like a U with a loop in the middle. That's all it is. You go down once, and you go up the right side of the U, and your back's to the ground now, and then they just let you go, and you go backward to the loop, and then back out to the start. To me, that's fun. I like it. But that one, that Flight of Fear, I just did not enjoy it. I didn't like there was just not a damn thing I liked about it. Number one, it was very hard on this old body. It pulled a lot of G's. When you did this one come around, and I thought, okay, I opened up my eyes long enough to see, okay, we're almost at the end. And you're on a straightaway that's got a slight incline. Not much. And all of a sudden, it just seemed like you did like 3 barrel rolls. And the pressure that, it was like, God, it just beat me up.
If you get off and not ride anything else the rest of the day.
No, that's then after that, then we went to the one that you do the up and backward, and everybody I was like, oh God, I'm never gonna ride that again. I said, I'm going back in line. I like that one, but I don't know, maybe too old for roller coasters anymore. I just don't. And like I say, that was the only roller coaster that I did not. Yeah. Yeah. That was, and I don't even really consider that a roller coaster since I never was actually seated.
We went to Disney not too long ago with them, and there weren't very many rides that were like, roller coaster rides. The only one we really did that was like that was Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Space Mountain's so cool still to this day because it's all dark and like just a lighted path,
Yeah. They have something like that at Kings Island that Dawn and I went on years ago. It's in a building, and I forget what the heck it was called, but it's dark and and your seat moves, like it's on its own little thing, and then it goes up and down. And it still swings back and forth. It's like you're in a swing that can go up and down, And I don't even know what that was called. I don't know if it's still there, but it was kind of cool, and it was all dark and everything.
Yeah.
And you can give me the old time, getting to the boat down the Love Canal thing, or I always liked them too. I don't have to be scared to death to enjoy it. I just sometimes I'll just take the long path down here. Well, there used to be at Kings Island, they used to have those old timey cars. Do you ever remember them?
That were on the actual track.
Mm-hmm.
I never, they had that at Disney too, and we decided not to do it. It'd be different if you're actually racing, but it's like, your car just beats back and forth on this track all the way across the thing,
Yeah, it's just on a monorail that just, you don't steer a thing. You just sit in this old Model A and it just takes you through the park. I thought, that's the same thing when we go to water parks. Yeah, I'll do a couple, slides and stuff, but you put me in that lazy ass river with an inner tube, I get to just cruise around, not do a damn thing. I'm okay with that. I paid my money to get in, just let me enjoy it. I don't need to be scared to death.
Yeah. I'm glad when we went to Disney, we did do the Haunted Mansion, because they're discussing taking that down.
Yeah.
That thing's so cool. I don't know why they're going to get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't understand why, because that's a newer ride for them. I mean, it's not that old. Why would they get rid of that?
That one's all like holograms of like spooky stuff and mirrors and chairs moving and chattering and just creepy the whole way through. Even the line has different things in it that make waiting in line less boring. Like they got little tombstones that move, or like the bookshelves with books popping in and out of it the whole time and stuff. It's just really cool.
That'd be cool.
But I
watched something on like how it was made, or something like that, and the whole segment was in regards to Haunted Mansion. And I thought, man, I'm not one for promote Disney, but that looked really, really cool. So.
Well, we went to Magic Kingdom the first day because that's where all the princesses and all that stuff were from.
Right.
Then the second day we did Hollywood Studios, and that's the one that's all movie themed. And that one was a great day too because we were tired from the first day, and most of the stuff at Hollywood sit down. Like it's a
sit down and
skit or a movie or like the Little Mermaid was guys in black outfits holding neon puppets so that they could look like they're swimming around and stuff.
Okay.
It was cool.
That's cool.
But what was I going to say about the Magic Kingdom? It wasn't that many rides like that. I mean, it was rides, but it wasn't anything like Kings Island, where it's all roller coasters and like thrill-seeking rides.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Studios did, though, have two huge areas that are expanding. It's like a 13-acre plot for the new Toy Story world.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's going to be like, they're going to make it so like you feel like you're shrunken down into a toy, I think. That's what I believe what they're going to do.
Now, did you go to do the Harry Potter thing?
No, that's at Universal. That's not a Disney theme park.
Okay. I didn't know if you guys went on to that or not. One of the ladies that I used to work with, my old lab manager, she did that. She's older than me, and she said every year that I'm not doing anything else. Every year I'm going back. She said that was so cool. And I said, I did not even know that you were a Harry Potter fan. She says, oh my God. And I was like, here we are, she's pushing 60. And I'm thinking, that's for kids. I said, but I would be right there with you. She said, oh my gosh, she said, it is so cool. They did such a great job with it.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but she is, so we should probably do that at some point in time too.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, you got to know Nancy. Nancy's got one of those bitter beer faces all the time. She calls it her, what does she call her?
Resting bitch face.
Yes, that's it. Resting bitch face. Yes. And, but she was lit up like a Christmas tree when she was telling me this. She said it was just the best. So,
well, we have one more Disney ticket because we bought a 3-day pass to go up and hang out with them, but we only did 2 days worth of parks. The next one we're going to do is Animal Kingdom because that's got the new Avatar ride. But I guess, so Disney does these things called fast passes where, you buy your ticket to get in and you can pick 3 different things that during a specific time frame, you go right to the front of the line. So, but you can only do it 3 times a day on 3 different rides. Well, the Avatar one is booked for like months. Like you can't even get a fast pass for it usually because people go just for that ride.
Yeah.
And Dad and Jen went, and they only went to Animal Kingdom to ride that one specific ride. Because I didn't care if I had to wait all day long. I was going to wait in the line to go. How it gets. I was going to wait all day long just to do that one ride because that's what I wanted to go there for, and that's what they did. And he said it was amazing. He said he definitely recommends it. So he's like, look up the fast passes and use your last pass just to go do that thing. So
there are a few things that I got to be honest with you that have actually changed my perspective in life, and one of them is diving in deep water and seeing all the life. That was a life changer. Having 3 kids is a life changer. The third thing was seeing the Avatar in 3D. That was a life changer. Yeah,
really.
It was all. Yeah, honest to God. It was like
you didn't want that movie to end.
And all of a sudden there was like when the great tree was on fire and the ash from the fire was falling, and I kept sitting here brushing shit off of my clothes, and then I finally realized that there's nothing there. It's all part of the 3D effect, and I'm sitting here brushing this off, and I was like, oh my God, how cool is that? My mind is totally immersed in this fantasy world, and it was like that was really cool. And that's just the beginning. That was how many years ago when that came out? How much further are we going to? How much further are we going to advance 10 years from now? VR is definitely, it was a toy, but now you look at where a lot of toys spring up. We've got this machine, I know you guys down there do too, called the Da Vinci. And have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh my God, it's an amazing thing. We watched a video of it at work. I can literally go into your spine and perform surgery all in virtual reality. I'm looking at virtual reality, but I'm actually operating on you through that Da Vinci machine. It is absolutely amazing. It is. Now again, that's a multi-million-dollar piece.
They have that at Wayne Hospital.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You signing up to be the virtual reality simmer?
I'm just going to be the tour guide for it. Come on in here. $20, I'll hook you up to the Da Vinci. But it is absolutely amazing. And we're not watching it as on the computer screen. We weren't watching it in 3D. but you see, basically, what you're seeing. And it's like, oh my God, it is so incredible. And like I say, since it's already there, it at millions of dollars, it will get cheaper as the, time goes on. And then and I've said this, I don't know how many times, and asked, and Votto, you're the one to ask because I know you're a sports nut. But years ago, 7, 8, 10, there was a Super Bowl, and there was an ad for Sony PlayStation. And I've only seen it once, and that was that one and only time. And it was like this kid was dressed in all black, but it wasn't goth. It was more like, I don't know, latex. It was weird looking cloth. And I thought, that's odd. Introducing PlayStation 16.
She has a way to contact them.
Do what?
It allows her to communicate with
and the kid pulls out this little box.
Yeah, and it opened up, and it did light into the sky, right?
And
that was it.
And it went into his skin. He was neurojacked into the game. And that is part of the nanotechnology that they are doing right now. They got nanobots now that was the whole thing, is that it embedded into your skin, so it plugs right into your neurons through your nerve system, and you are in a virtual world that you play in. That was the whole thing. And that was Sony's big thing, like, when PlayStation, 16 comes out, this is what we're hoping. And I've only seen it once, and that's the only time I've ever seen it. And I thought, if they thought it, how far is that really out on their board?
Because they might be able
Not very far. This is weird, though, because my friend Chris, the guy that I visited over last weekend in Fort Lauderdale, and he's a pastor, but he's big into how technology can be used as a catalyst for, spreading the word and all that stuff. But anyway, he's real big into technology, and he sends me links and articles and stuff on Facebook all the time. Well, anyway, way back when he was still in Greenville, he had me watch this documentary about Ray Kurzweil, who makes keyboards, like electrical musical keyboards. Kurzweil keyboard, I think, is what the brand name is. Well, anyway, he was real big into technology, and he put all his time and effort, this is the Kurzweil guy, into trying to make it so that you can implant a chip in your head and relive memories of somebody else that had their memories stored on a device.
On that chip.
Sort. Well, this whole documentary goes into how this isn't, like, his idea may be a little far-fetched, but then it goes on to other things that aren't as far-fetched. And one of them was robotic prosthetics. That they've actually developed. This guy it's almost as like a computer monitor connection on his forearm, and connected this device to his arm, and actually started using his hand like he would just normally, and it was moving a robot, remotely controlling it clear across the room, picking up a tennis ball and stuff.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, we're not that far away.
No. And right now, there is, they are using this, I just saw this like maybe a week ago on Prime. They are like the vets that are coming back that's lost limbs and stuff like that. Some of these new prosthetics that they are using have no skin. It's all skeletal, whatever. And they put these things on, and again, they are neurojacking into their own nervous system to manipulate the hand, to manipulate the foot. The shin bone from the knee down to the ankle doesn't do much of anything besides make us tall or short. The foot is where all the pivoting action comes from. And that is the thing that they're trying to concentrate on now, is where do we need to improve? They've already got it. It's how do we improve it? And then the next thing is the shell, the skin. So they have You seen the mouse with the human ear growing off its back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they have taken skin cells from you through a mouth swab for whatever reason, don't know why, and they are growing skin over a 3D printed prosthetic ear that matches it's the mirror image of the ear that you lost.
Wow.
So then they're taking that skin and growing it on that 3D print. If they can't do that, then what they're doing is just taking the ink that makes that 3D print and using, instead of the ink, they're using your tissue cells as the ink, and they got it like in a fertilizer, for lack of a better word. They print that and they incubate it, and it grows skin that they graft to your ear or to your head.
Wow. Well, that similar thing was in that same documentary, in that they've already developed spray skin, and it was developed for burn victims. That, like, you can just basically, it's in an aerosol can, essentially, and you spray it on the spot, and it eventually grows, like you were saying, to replenish the skin that was burned off of someone.
So, like somebody who has to come in and get like a mass taken out or something like that, or a large open wound, they come down to the lab and they get skin packs is basically what they are, and they come in about 3 different sizes, and you have to lay them flat, controlled atmosphere, blah 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 blah, and then I have never ever seen it done. I see the packaging. I don't know what's in the packaging. I've never opened one because I'm assuming that they're accounted for and everything like that.
And probably aren't cheap.
And they're probably not cheap, but I mean it's ready to go skin, and they just lay it on the wound, and that's Little Wayne Hospital, So I mean,
well, this technology thing is getting crazier already. I saw a company that's implanting chips in their employees to grant them access to buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And access to like devices and whatever. It's like the size of a grain of rice to him.
Yeah, no longer do you have to have an employee badge.
Think about what's going to be able to happen when they can implant that kind of stuff in your brain.
Yep.
And then you just get a Google patch, and instead of Googling, you just think it up, and it's right there in your brain. How long does it take me, and what path do I take to get from here to Jacksonville? Okay, well, now I know, because I just Googled it in my mind.
In my mind, and I know that I'm 17,982,000 steps away. So right now, there's a gentleman, and I want to say he works for Apple. I'm going to say Apple. And there is... banana. I'm pretty damn sure he works for Apple, and I think he's employee number 12. Wow. He was there back during, and this was all, I watched this again on Prime. If you guys aren't watching Prime, you guys are missing out. But he was there when Jobs went on his whole spiritual, finding himself, and went over to India and everything. He was... Everything was about opening up the mind's third eye thing, okay? So he has done this himself, went on the spiritual, and found, and I wish I could remember the drugs, because I almost got up and wrote it down, and I will find it again, and I will write it down. But this guy takes like 60 pills a day. His whole thing is that everything that his body destroyed the night before, by one skin cell died, 2 liver cells died, and it's being replaced, they are all genetically inferior to the one that was there before it. That's why we grow old. That's why our livers fail, our hearts fail, blah 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 blah, is because every time that cell replicates, it's not an exact match. There's always a little degradation. It's not quite as good. So with these new pills that this guy's taking, that he's formulated, they were showing this. This guy has, 10 years ago, he looked like he was 60. He's 10 years old, he looks like he's 20. And he's reversing the aging process.
So he's making himself age less. He's Benjamin Button.
Yeah, exactly. But without the, but he said his whole thing is that he wants to be able to live long enough where he can put his conscious memory into a machine and then be the machine.
That's what this Ray Kurzweil was trying to do, and that he was trying
Hmm.
to get all his dad's, like, his dad kept meticulous journals and diaries and
Yeah.
stuff, trying to put all that onto a storage device so that he can go, re-interact with his dad through a virtual
Hmm.
machine of some sort.
Yep.
And it sounds crazy and far-fetched, but
But
if
I
you think of
guarantee
other
it's not
stuff
that
that
far.
was
Oh my God.
far-fetched 10, 15 years ago, that's here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, I think we talked about this about the flat Earth people.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any of that?
No, not a whole series.
Yeah. I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands of people on this planet today that think the Earth is flat, and that we have been lied to for the last 500 years that the Earth is round. And again, it's just because I think it, therefore it must be true. And they were linking all that. It's like, okay, well, nobody thought that you could, split an atom. Nobody did. But somebody thought it, so therefore it had to be true. How much of what we think is already a reality, and how much of what we think now will be a reality?
I mean, they're working on all this kind of stuff right now. I mean, who
Oh
knows how
yeah.
far ahead they are right now?
Oh my gosh. And
Well, this thing gets even crazier in that Google and NASA, I probably have told you this before, they've teamed up to create the Singularity Institute, I believe is what it's called. And basically they bring in geniuses from all across the world, and it costs them like 10 or 15 grand to come to this thing for a 1 week seminar. And the whole goal of that group that comes in together is to create something that has not been created yet.
Yeah.
And so all these geniuses get together, and the same Singularity Institute, like the NASA and Google people, are working together to reach what they're calling the point of singularity, in which technology can replicate itself.
Exactly.
And that, to me, gets a little sketchy, scary whenever you lose control of.
Well, see, that's my thing, is that, if that is really what we're going to, is that going to be the freedom, or is that going to be the enslavement? And, and I bet you it's about a 50-50 split when you do the mass poll. It's like, do you want to devote all your time to labor and hardship and sorrow, which is life, or do you want the freedom to do what you're supposed to be doing? And that's becoming enlightened, to becoming, more godlike. Or that's the pro. The con would say, now you're just a slave to the machine. But only if the machine makes you be the slave.
Yeah.
The machine really doesn't need you.
Yep.
The machine does what it does. It exists only because it wants to exist. It reasons that it needs to exist, but does it really need you for anything? And, again, depending on, what you look at and what you believe, we are like the 44,000th creation of what we call mankind. There is a lot of people that believe that we've done this 44,000 times before, and we always fuck it up. We all get too big for our britches, and there are, at least off the top of my head, there's like 3 or 4 places in the world today that show stone that's been vitrified, and the only way that you can get a piece of rock to vitrify is through nuclear weapons. Plato talks about the people from Atlantis, when the war came to them, and right before this, the whole continent disappearing, people had the bright flash of 1,000 suns, and there, those who didn't instantly disappear had skin sores, and their hair fell out and their nails fell out. That's nuclear fallout. That's radiation poisoning. Some of the Hindu scripts talk about the same thing. It's there, and we keep repeating that cycle. if, you know, to believe that if we get to that singularity, the point of singularity where we don't have to do anything anymore, would we be an enlightened race? Or would we go right back into self-destruction? And I think that's the thing that you cannot tell me. There's so many things out there right now that shows that, you know, we're burning fossil fuels at the alarming rate. We've got like, what, less than 20 years to go before we're depleted of oil and all this at the rate with China coming on board so much now, that we haven't already developed lots of different things. Cold fusion, you know,
we haven't developed them, or we don't have them to everyday man's availability.
Why in the world would I want cold fusion? Why would I want raw plasma the sun gives us for free, that I would give you for free, when there's trillions and trillions to be made? That's the thing. You know, it's all about greed. You know, cold fusion has been on the list since the 1960s, and there's a lot of money that's been thrown at it, but and there's nothing. Bullshit. You know, somebody's done it somewhere, and you know, everybody's putting a lid on it. You know, what is, you know, water made out of? Hydrogen and oxygen. Are they flammable? Hell yeah, they're flammable. Why aren't we using water? We've got vast majorities of water. You know, that desalination. You know, we can't do that at a decent enough rate to rid the world of drought. And, you know, that's going to be one of our big things that could take us into, you know, total disaster, is no more fresh water. But yet we've got oceans full of water, and we can't desalinate at a decent rate to make it profitable. Come on. You know, I'm not buying that.
They haven't made it available to us yet.
It's, you know, damn good and well it's out there. Somebody has made it, and somebody's made it to the point where, my God, you could do this for a nickel a gallon. Well, I can't make no money at a nickel a gallon, you know, so therefore it's not of use to me.
I'm gonna invent a way to make cars run on grass clippings. I'll be the rich one.
Okay, so when you do that, look at switchgrass. Okay, SWITCH, switchgrass. It grows very, very tall, grows about 8 to 12 foot. It is, you don't plant it but one time, so it'll always come back up, and you could make biofuel out of that. And it's like one of the big things that some of the farmers up here are actually seriously thinking about growing, because it's a renewable energy source for the biofuel.
Really?
Yeah, we've got, well, I'm sure you know, but we've got that big ethanol plant out here. Yeah, for corn. Well, corn produces, like, say, 10 liters per 500 bushel. Switchgrass does about triple that. And it's you know, shit, elephant grass, I don't know. I mean, it's in people's yards and stuff as a decorative plant. It basically looks just like that, but it grows really tall. And you go out and harvest it, and then it comes right back. You know, you only plant it once. And you don't even have to plant it really good because it grows so fast. But I was just, I mean, maybe 3-4 months ago, I was in a guy's room and we were talking about it, and he had all this shit laid out all over his bed. He had a knee operation, so he was going to be there a couple of days. But he had all this stuff laid out, and it was all in, you know, biofuel and stuff like that, and switchgrass was one of them. I said, I know a little bit about that. And again, how did I find that? Prime.
Well, you want a good documentary on this, that Ray Kurzweil one. I'm not a big documentary person on that kind of stuff, but it was very interesting. It's called Transcendent Man. It's Transcendent Man, the life and ideas of Ray Kurzweil, but it has more than just about him. It's about just that whole thing we were just talking about, just reaching singularity and like the technology that's already out there, and like crazy ideas that really aren't that crazy when you think of the other stuff that's already been created, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's on Netflix, so you should be able to find it.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to look on Prime. I like Prime.
It might be on Prime, but I know it's definitely on Netflix.
God, you know, this is when you can tell that you're getting old. Dawn made herself a little rum and coke. I took one little sip, and I do mean a sip, and now it's like I'm burping that up.
Dawn getting drunk in the living room by herself.
Oh my god, every day.
Every day. Well, I thought she wanted blackberry brandy.
Oh no, she's moved on to my rum now, so.
Some Sailor Jerry.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or Admiral Nelson.
No, God no.
Yeah, I like Sailor Jerry.
I do too. He's my buddy.
You just drink it so you get the little picture at the end.
I do. I've got them everywhere. Transcendent man. Yeah, go ahead.
On where? Prime?
Prime.
You should watch it tomorrow or next day off. You're not off tomorrow, you're off today.
I'm off tomorrow too, baby.
Oh, are you? Well, watch it. It's not very long. It's like an hour.
I've got one for an hour and 24 minutes and one
it's on,
for
actually
an
on
hour.
YouTube also. You could watch it while you played.
Transcendent Man. I got one that came out in 2009 and one that came out in 2011. So let's look at the 11. Directed by Life and Ideas of Ray Kurzweil, inventor of futurist known for his bold vision of the singularity. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say knob of a knot to that.
What?
I'm going to have to say knob of a knot to that.
To what?
Watching that on Prime.
Why?
I knew you were coming to rescue me.
Because it cost me $1.99. But
it's on Netflix.
What else did you say is on Netflix?
It's free 99 on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
It's free. It's free.
Okay.
Free 99 is what I said.
Free 99. Okay. I got you.
But you got to obviously pay for Netflix.
As an oracle.
Which you probably already do, don't you guys? Right.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just still doing this quest for this expansion. This Sigic Order, I'm really curious, like, what kind of vibe or atmosphere that place has when we go in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, Mage's Guild is very scholarly. You know, Thieves Guild is, you know,
bunch of thieves.
Dark Brotherhood is just dark and like, you know, killing people. Fighters Guild, they're big burly guys. What is this Sigic Order going to be? They warp time. I'm curious if there'll be a bunch of clocks spinning on the walls and stuff in there. Like, what's the gonna look like? This intro quest is kind of long though. Already had to do 2 dungeons.
Yeah, I think there's only one more, and the little sphere doesn't go away.
Till Monday.
Maybe.
Hopefully. You're gonna call off? Oh, you can't come in today. I'll be right here. What are you watching over there?
I have no idea.
Did Titus get bored with our conversation and fall asleep?
Probably.
Titus? He did.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Like these crazy guys talking about technology taking over the world. I gotta go back down the hatches.
The portal was nearly attuned to Artaeum's location when you set me free. And once again, the vision.
You're up late tonight.
I know, I'm about to head.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on for probably another hour or so, and then I'll have to head to bed as well. Tomorrow's Friday though, so I'm staying up a little later tonight since it's last day of the week. I'm a little sleepy though already.
I am too.
Where is Artaeum exactly?
I have no idea. Just because I can sense the island and reach out to communicate with the right master doesn't.
It's interesting that the guy that created the Mages Guild was part of the Sigic Order before and branched away to make the Mages Guild.
Yeah, to make the Mages Guild. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool little intro.
Oh, everything I saw remains true. The Dark Princes continue to circle Summerset like vultures around carrion.
So Oracle is an actual person. Oracle Marie.
Yeah.
I thought it was the orb I was carrying, or like an item. At first. I thought this Vanna said he was done helping us, and
Not
here
that
he
I
is
was
again.
overly concerned, but I see you were
He
able to
lies.
retrieve the oracle. Care to tell me what happened?
Retrieve the Oracle is what he kept saying, and then an Oracle Mariv is the person.
Mephala. She must be one of the 3 dark princes in Mariv's prophecy. You stopped this attempt, but I fear Summerset and Artaeum are still in danger. Because of the connection to the Psijic Order, I have to tread carefully. The right master, we don't exactly see eye to eye. You'll need to go to Summerset. Determine if the threat Mariv foresaw is imminent or a worry for another day. Yes, the Ultimar have a few peculiar notions. But, as luck would have it, I heard that Queen Irene has just issued a decree to open Summerset to immigrants and visitors. That's the perfect excuse for you to investigate the island.
Queen Irene has opened Somerset to immigrants and visitors.
Yep.
I'm curious too what the houses in that town will look like. I bet they are neat.
Did you see some of the artwork yet? Go onto their webpage and look at some of the artwork. Very, very cool. Very cool. Big castles and stuff like that. Hey, T, we thought you went to sleep.
I went to go check on my mama.
How's she doing?
She's doing really good. She has her up. Is so worried about your dad.
Do what?
Pray for him big time.
Well,
We're
thank
worried
you.
about your dad.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And he would appreciate that too.
Absolutely. What
Yeah,
was his
it
first
wasn't
name?
like I say, Walt.
Wall? Or Walt?
Walter.
Oh, Walter. Okay,
As
got
in
it.
like
Okay.
Walter J.
Yep, sure, we'll do
You
it.
know, it just like I say, we've been through the worst of it. You know, it's
Yeah.
just now. You know, and the thing that is, he's let this go on for about 3 days, and you know, then like what I guess it was really large.
Yeah.
And you know, then you know, it's just.
I know. It's a
Yeah.
lot of stress.
It is, and then he starts to worry, and you know, it's just like it's his whole thing is he can't sit still. You know, he's 74 and still working.
Wow.
He's retired. He's retired twice.
Yeah.
He just can't. You know, he retires for about 6 months. I can't do this anymore. I gotta move. I gotta get up there. I gotta do something.
Wow.
You know, so. All right, well, kids, it is that time for me. It's past my bedtime by an hour.
No.
So, and I've had a shitty day, so
Hey, are you able to trade shifts at work? You should trade shift someone for Monday off. So that,
Monday, so I can see. That's the bad thing. I'm the only, and see again, we don't have anybody. That's the thing. I mean, I might be able to do a half.
Tell Darcy I need Monday off, so you work Monday and I'll work one of your other days.
She's only there, I think this week, Tuesday, coming up, Tuesday, Thursday. Remember, she just came back this week from being 4 months off, so she's only working half day. But see, that would be perfect, though, because I could take off, like, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, make sure everything downloads okay and, you know, start it at 5 a.m. or whatever. And
we know when it actually launches.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm still, man. Everything I keep seeing says June, dude, except for what you sent me.
That's off their website, though. I trust.
Yeah, but that was 3 months ago, 2 months ago. That was
I just
like
saw something else
January,
today. It said
March,
something
March
about
the
it's doing a
21st.
special early access for PC people on May 21st.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah,
I am
me
hoping
too.
so.
If not, I'm going to be playing this anyway, but just without the expansion. I've had a day off in like 2 months, so I'm about to take
I
one.
know.
I think it's going to be May 21st. I have a strong feeling about it. You know why?
Why?
Because all of y'all rule so much. And plus, it's also my birthday.
Well, hey, well, congratulations, man.
I'll be big 4'9".
Well, man, you just youngin' yet.
I am.
Just a youngin'.
I don't want to be 50, though. I know I have to be, but I don't really want to.
Oh, man, 50 was fine. 51 was good. 52 sucks. I mean,
Really?
yeah. Oh my God, that's when I just fell apart, man. As I had told, I don't know, a couple people, it's like, look, I've been in the hospital prior to me being 52 2 times in my life. One was the day that I was born, and one was when I went in to get my vasectomy. Since I've been 52, I've been in here 3 other times, and I've stayed the night 2 out of those 3 times.
No kidding.
It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you have to get a vasectomy for? I know why, but
well, we just weren't doing any more children's.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier for the male to do it than the female.
Is it?
But, oh God, yeah. Yeah. So, the lights are being dimmed.
Uh-oh, she's in the mood.
She got that.
Man, I got her all.
She heard the keyword. Just you talking about hooked yourself up.
She heard the sex
I gotta
go.
All right, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm going on to bed.
All right. See ya.
Remember these keywords in life. Hold my chocolate milk and watch this. Have a great night, buddy.
About to go down, man.
I know.
See you guys.
Somebody's gonna get something, not me.
Bye.
He's so funny. Cracks me up.
And that's my aunt and uncle you're talking about.
No way.
You know I'm related to him?
Yeah,
that's my uncle in real life. Yeah.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, his wife is my dad's sister.
Wow, no kidding.
He's the one that got him hooked on MMOs. Give me 1 second. I gotta get a glass of milk to let the dog out.
Okay.
And I need a bio break.
Get some chocolate milk.
Yeah, I will. Give me 1 second.
Man, I would have a full house. Dang it.
Are you still playing poker?
Yeah, I'm still playing poker. I'm only doing this one really because
what's the poker
we have
game
a
called?
contest. It's called Governors of Poker. If you just type in GOP or just type in Governors or type in poker, you'll find it. Governors of Poker.
Poker 2?
3. Yeah, what it is we're doing a tournament, and this happens like out of a week. It'll happen like 3 or 4 days, something like that. And this clan that I'm actually in, they have over $1.6 billion in total chip assets, and we have some really good guys that be able to make like 12,000, 15,000 points per day. I mean, the highest I ever did was like 500 points a day. But right now we're at 5 of 6 chests right now. There's 6 total chests. And when I started today, we were already at 3 of 6. Now we're at 5 of 6. And
how'd you find these guys?
How did I find? Oh, I was in the newbie area, and 2 people in this clan here, they liked me, I guess, because I was real super nice and stuff like that. I guess they didn't think that I was going to be like a punk, and so they said, should we invite him over to the clan? And the other one, I guess they're like boyfriend, girlfriend, or brother and sister. I'm not exactly sure. They talk like they knew each other very, very well, and he said, "Oh yeah, let's go ahead and invite him." So I got invited over, but they later on they actually quit because they thought they were getting ripped or something like that in some given way. I don't know the whole story, but they both left. And then I guess the sister came back later on, and she's still here, but she doesn't play that much. But I haven't seen the brother guy in a long, long time. But I've been here ever since. I've been here since January.
Oh really? You've been playing
this
for
year.
a while, man.
Mm-hmm. How many
chip assets do you have?
I have 141,386,567 total chips, and I'm level 42.
How many do you start out with?
0.
0? Really?
0. But the game gives you constant money all the time. You have a spin that you do daily, okay, and then you also have a shop that every 18 hours or so it gives you like when you first get started, it's like 2,000 or 3,000 chips, and since I'm over 1 million, I get over 4,000 chips, and also too they have every day, and they have a slot machine, and the slot machine, the first spin is free. After that is 5,000 chips per spin, so it's complete RNG. I wasted 500,000 chips one night, and I would go up like 30,000 chips, 50,000 chips, and then I would lose it all. And then I would go up, X amount of chips. It's back and forth, back and forth. I said, this is such a scam, so I stopped playing it. I did it the very first day it came out, which was like a couple weeks ago. But it's called Governors of Poker, and you start out in the beginner lake, and you go like to the poker shack, which is 1,000 chips, and you start out with 5,000. But I think how it actually goes, they give you 5,000, and the blinds are 25 chips to 50 chips blinds. So they can be able to bet like 25 chips or 50 chips dollars, and but all newbies are all in there. Once you actually get enough money and stuff, then you can work your way over the next place, which is called High Roller Valley, and then Pro Forest, and Gold Rocks, and Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is where that's where people actually do $100 million to $1 billion, and $2.5 million to $50 million. And the other one is the first, like when you do like a sit and go, means you and 2 other people are fighting to be number 1 in this poker game. It's just you and 2 other people, so a total of 3 of y'all. And there's a first place and a second place, and the first place wins $3.5 million. The second place gets $1 million, and then it goes up higher than that once you actually win 2 crowns. Then you go to the next one, and you need to win 5 rounds, 5 wins altogether. And then it goes up higher and higher and higher. But the experience is outrageous, 150% experience. So you can level extremely fast if you win.
Jeez.
And then they have another place. It's called a million event. So it's a 1 million buy-in, and the blinds between 25,000 and 50,000. But the experience is like 60 times. The experience, so you can really level up really fast. But they also give you coins totally free. So the coins will let you go to the heads up challenge, and the heads up challenge, like right now, the heads up challenge, I think you have 12 rounds, and each one of the rounds you're competing against 2 other people. You knock them out, you win, and you do that 12 times. You do 12 times, then I've gotten as high as what was it, 720,000 chips. I mean, the game gives you money. They want you to have chips. You don't have to pay for anything whatsoever. It's just so much dang fun. And if you register, okay, if you, let's see, go to options, settings again, yeah, settings. If you link your email account, you get like X amount of chips. If you refer a friend, you get lots of chips. Let's see. There's other ways of too. Let's see. Mobile. If you link tablet to it, you also get chips when you actually link it. So it could be between 5,000 and up. When you actually link accounts. You can play on Facebook. You can play on the Play Store. You can play on Android. You can play on Steam. There's really no place where you can't really play this game. Play anywhere.
Huh. You play on mobile?
I have it on my cell phone, and I also have it on my computer. Yeah. And I have mine linked through Facebook. It's just so much dang fun. And there's no griefers in here. If you don't like a person, you can switch table. You can go to a totally different table altogether. It's not a big deal. You can block people if you want to mute them. You can block them if you don't like them. I've never had to block anybody. But also, you get your piggy bank. And a piggy bank, I have over 1 million chips right now. It says piggy. You see your piggy bank. You have saved 1,017,729 chips. I'm on level 2. They want you to actually pay $4.99 to break the bank, right? But I think every week and a half or 2 weeks on Facebook or YouTube, I think it's on Facebook, they'll give you an email letting you know that Governors of Poker is live on YouTube, right? So you go to the YouTube channel, and what it is that 3 times within that hour they give you a code to put in into the game, and you put that code in. It's called redeem coupon. And last time it was Piggy 69. So it's always going to be Piggy, but they always have a number in it. And so it's that actually lets you break the piggy bank, but they only give you a short period of time. So while you're watching it and stuff, you and thousands of others are all trying the exact same second you're doing it, and they only have a short period of time for you to actually do it. So I haven't ever got to do it because people are so dang quick. But yeah, there's tons of ways of actually making money for sure, and it's all free. It's not stress at all. I totally recommend playing it for sure.
I'll have to take a look at it. Definitely.
100 million to $1 billion. The blinds are between 1 million and 2 million. So if somebody actually says, "Oh, I got a really good hand," that's 300 experience, by the way. I have a really good hand. It could be $1 million at stake. It's crazy. But like I said, you start out in the beginner lake, and they start out 25 to 50 chips. You know what I mean? And people are not jerks in there, okay? They want you to win and stuff. You might even find a really good clan. In our clan, let's see, for us, where's that thing that says that? Oh, here it is. It's invite only. Required chips is 2.5 million. Required level is level 30. Any location all over the world, and there's 2 spots open.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have not played poker in a long time, though.
I had to learn by doing. I mean, I didn't know how to play this game either. It's just so much dang fun. It really is. I forget how many hours I've actually put in this game. I mean, look.
You probably don't want to know.
Let's see. Poker? What? 84 hours? Are you serious? Last time I looked was 20 hours. How did it get to 84? Dang, 84 hours. And you also you get all kinds of achievements. They have a mission and also achievement tab. And when you first begin, like when you go into the Golden Saloon, you know, you win 1,000 chips. I guess like in a hand or total altogether, which is not hard to do. And then win Sit and Go at Horseshoe Arena, win 5 hands and Riverboat. And each one of these actually tell you'll win 3 gold or 20 experience, 3 gold and 20 experience. The other one's 5,000 chips and 3 gold. The other one is 1,000 chips and 2 gold. When they mean gold, they mean these gold chips. They look like bullions, and you use those to go to the what's it called? Go here. It's called a Heads Up Challenge, and the Heads Up Challenge, I think the minimum is like 10. I think it's actually 10 gold, and I think when you actually go to the next step up, which you make a lot more chips, is I think it's actually 50. But you get 12 rounds to play, 12 rounds total. So each one of these ones you have to win, you're playing against 2 other people. So there's 3 of y'all all together. If you win all 12 of them, okay, you can make. See, I've already lost 2 times out of 3, and then after that, then you open your chest and you see what you've won. So you get a gift no matter what. My current prize right now is between 5,000 and 10,000. I get 1 gold. And I have 5 leadership points in the game. And leadership points just basically let you people get it pushes you higher in the ranking. So it's just a lot of dang fun. It really is. And every time you actually level up, when you have like I think level 30 or 40 is 25,000 chips. You win every single time. You get every single time when you level up. So, and I don't know what it is when you hit like 50, level 50, I don't know. But I'm level 42 right now.
Well, I reset my character, and I'm resetting all my skills on this guy. It's crazy.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of skills to go through.
Why you had to reset him for?
Oh, this chick's badass. You want to see something cool on this? This is my Nightblade, which is like the thief style class.
Oh, nice.
So there's a whole skill line of Dark Brotherhood, and it has its own stuff with it, and Fighters Guild, and Mages Guild, and Thieves Guild, and like all these different skills you can get by just being a member of that guild and leveling that guild up. But there's this thing called the Dark Brotherhood, and that's the guild of paid assassins is pretty much what they are. I gotta find someone that's not like in a common area, because if you get caught, I need to do something else here. Add-ons. Take off that metrics. This one you can take off. This one. If you get caught in a town by a town guard killing someone or stealing, they put a bounty on you, and you have to pay gold. Or if you decide not to pay the gold, then they'll just kill you on sight, pretty much.
Wow.
So, anyway, I was going to show you Dark Brotherhood. It's the paid assassins is what they are. And if I can find someone here, which I know where there's someone at, just show you. Like when you're crouched, it puts an eye on the screen that tells you if you're seen or not. And if you can stay in the shadow, yeah, you can see it there. Whenever I crouch, the eye comes up. Like right now, I'm completely hidden. If I walk out and there's a guard or someone and sees me, the eyeball will show, showing that like they can see me sneaking. And if some people see you sneaking, they get suspicious of you and say like, what are you doing? Or like, that's
Oh.
weird. Like, someone call the guard or something like that.
No kidding.
But anyway, here's when you're in the Dark Brotherhood, you get this passive ability called the Blade of Woe. And when you sneak up behind someone, it shows up on the screen as Blade of Woe. I don't know if you can see it there on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's an animated death. So when I use it, see, I'll just pulled their legs out from under them and like killed them on the spot, pretty much. Got a recipe from that one.
Oh, wow. I see that. Yeah. Right in the spine.
Yeah, so watch this. I can do it again on this lady.
These are NPCs.
Yeah, these are all NPCs. But watch, I'll do it on her too. And the animation changes every time.
Really?
Yeah, so like, depending on what angle you are on the person, or, you know, like how fast or far away you are, like how fast you're running up on them or far away you are from them, it'll do a different line. Like sometimes she'll run up and tap them on the shoulder, and when they turn around, she stabs them in the stomach.
Wow.
And then stabs them in the stomach again, and then throws them down and stab, stab, stab. Like, it's all different. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's creepy, but it's awesome. Yeah. And then also, you can elect to be a vampire or a werewolf. And most, like the vampire, if you choose to be a vampire, you have to go get bit by some other vampire player at a shrine, and it gives you the vampire skill line. Well, the reason you'd want that as a magic player is because you get this skill right here. Called Supernatural Recovery. Increases your magicka and stamina recovery by 10%. Just from having
I remember that in Skyrim, yeah.
Well, if you don't feed, like suck blood, you advance in your levels of vampirism. So right now I'm vampirism stage 2. In 5 hours, I'll advance to stage 3. The further advanced you get, the more people recognize you as a vampire and are afraid of you. Oh. And the further along you get, the more fire damage hurts you. So the only way to make it go back to level 1 is to suck the blood of an NPC character, which I can probably do to this person. And I'll probably get caught, though. That's the thing that sucks. And if you get caught, bounty. You instantly get a bounty. But like, also when I killed those people, I picked these things off of them, and you see how it has like a red hand? That means it's stolen. And I can't do anything with it until I've either laundered it or sold it. And you got to go to the Thieves Guild to do that. And there's a fee. So like this item right here, I want because it's a recipe. So I would launder that one and just pay the gold so that it's no longer considered stolen. The items I don't need, I just sell to the fence in the store and just take the gold for it. What I'm looking for now is someone to suck their blood so that you can see what that looks like. That's a guard. I don't really want to do it to a guard. It kind of has just a line of blood that runs from them to me. This person might be the unlucky victim here. That guard is... I'll do it to the person fishing if the guard keeps walking. I get a bounty no matter what by doing this, though, because... Here we go. Ready? Suck his blood.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Golly.
So now you can do that. This guy's gonna probably kill me. He's powerful. Holy crap.
Wow. Golly.
Now if you look in the lower right corner, now I have a bounty on my head because I sucked that guy's blood.
Wow.
No, I don't know if the guard can kill me.
Watch my track. Yeah. Dang. Guy is hard.
Probably the wrong place for me to run. But the other thing I can do is do Sass Shadow. Shadow Cloak. This is cloaking. I definitely want this ability. I don't need it advanced, but right now I'm going to put it here. Because what cloaking does is it allows me to go invisible the whole time. I can run to the Thieves Guild invisible.
That's cool. I see that.
Yeah, this character is really cool. As long as I have Magicka, I can stay invisible the entire time and no one will see me.
So what's that 187 next to your name? What's that?
187? Oh, that's my champion points. So once you get to level 50, that's max character level. You start earning the champion points, which is like the second tier of leveling, and that goes on forever. Like, there's people that are champion level 1,000.
Wow.
Or more. It just takes a lot longer to level up once you get past 1/6. So like my character's level is 50, but I'm CP 187. If I start doing dungeons, now I can acquire gear that has CP. It's CP level gear. Although my champion points can go up to like 1,000 or so, the gear in the game currently only goes to CP 160. So once you get to 160, the champion point 160, you're able to start acquiring the highest level gear in the game. But why you continue to get points is because you have a separate skill tree, which I'm showing you right here. That's the champion point skill tree, and each one of these is its own thing.
Oh, cool.
Where like you can increase different things by plugging points into these. It's constellations is really what these are supposed to represent. But each one of them does different stuff. Like this is health recovery. This one's Magicka and stamina recovery when you do heavy attack. This is Magicka recovery. I know this is where this is supposed to go, so I'm going to plug these points.
That's a cool interface.
Yeah, but the thing is that that 187 is shared amongst all your characters. So you don't get to do it on every character. So like any character I get to level 50 will instantly be champion 187. If I were to level up a brand new character right now to level 50, it would automatically go to 187. If I log in on my sorcerer, he's going to be 187. If I log in on my Templar, he's going to be 187. Guy's chasing me again.
He wants your blood.
He's pissed at me because I drew the blood. But normally, what I do...
Go back to him and go kill him. Behind you. Oh, there he is. How does he know you're there?
I ran around the building right into him. He went the other way, though, so I'll go back. This is the Thieves Guild. This is where I wanted to go in the first place. So the Thieves Guild is, again, another guild. It has its own skill line, but these are the people that steal. And they have quests where you can go steal stuff from people or go steal high valuable items and bring it back because someone else paid you to do it. Or something like that. They just have random weird quests like that. But most of every city has a Thieves Guild headquarters, and all of them are very underground, crypt-like thieving territories, you know? That's what I'm doing right now. So all these items that I found, I can bring them down here and launder them or sell them to the fence. So this is the fence. It's a merchant in the Thieves Guild. I can pay them my bounty, which I'll just go ahead and do to get rid of it. The fence, I can sell this, this, and this. I'm going to launder this, and then now that I laundered it, now it's actually in my inventory, able to be used.
Nice.
I'll put it in my bank so that my sorcerer can use it. What is this? Okay. This. The lightning staff. Okay. Set the shoes with the small. Not if any of that's. Some of this stuff isn't very valuable to me. So I just kind of throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Because it takes up bank space. I got a lot of gear on her. I only logged into her to do my reset. I shouldn't have paid the bounty yet because she actually no, she doesn't. There's passive abilities in the Thieves Guild that make your bounty go away quicker. It's a very in-depth game.
Yeah, I can tell.
I do all the Thieves Guild stuff. I've completed the Thieves Guild quest. I actually have a little assistant I can spawn and give them all of the stuff I've stolen, and they'll take it back here and sell it for me, but they take a cut.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. All my racials. Don't need any crafting. Some of these, you get more skill points too than you really need, which is great because then you don't feel like if you don't know what kind of build you want and you want to try some things out, you can afford to waste skill points technically, you know. Not really wasting them, but you know, you don't have to worry so much. And it's very easy to reset them.
For sure. Okay, Votto, I want to go ahead and call it a night.
Alright, man. I'm shortly there behind you. You have a good night. We'll be around this weekend for sure.
Okay, we'll do, buddy. I will be there too.
Okay.
You have fun taking care, and I will talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, man. See ya.
Thank you. Night night.
Night.
know this will pass. So just get off of your ass. You got to trust your instinct and let go of regret. You got to bet on yourself now, star, 'cause that's your best bet. Watch me now with a wicked and wild and I said sick, sick, bitch. You got to have it, like buttons in a lot of searching when you got to call it quit. Sick, sick, bitch, just can't quit. The fact that you don't even know makes it fully legit. Now it's morning, but last night's on my mind. There's something I need to get off my chest. And no matter what will come to shine, the dream will always be mine. Keep becoming, that is the gal that'll kill them stunning. Oh, keep becoming, that is the gal that'll kill them stunning. Hey, hey, keep becoming, that is the gal that'll kill them stunning. Oh, keep becoming, that is the gal that'll kill them stunning. Hey, you make me nervous, throat dry, my brain is empty. Don't know why, but I saw you doing something which is really truly nothing. And you can bust me out all day. Many moons since first I saw you. Many moons since first we did the too many moons. Since first I saw you. Many moons since first we did the two. And why'd I try when I knew it was no end? Why'd I try when I saw it was so much? Save it for late with you to play this game. 'Cause the way you feel is my own.
There are some things you'd never skip, like leg day, or Saturday morning yoga, or the pizza you buy yourself as a reward for doing leg day and yoga. But with Spotify Premium, you can skip as many songs as you want, and you won't hear an ad. So you'll have the perfect music to soundtrack your workout. Get 3 whole months of Premium for just 99 cents.
feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you.
Chill, right on my side is my ego becomes a funky child with some wood on my tongue. Feel like in, take a breath, and my mouth is blue. So while I get up and spit, I dream of juice. Have you ever made out the dark hallway? This way, I kissed, I made the day. I say, play the track in your record collection. It's your mix, congratulations.
Chain a lot of names, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever did a thank you, then just let me do it now.
Come back in. I bet you right up when we start the show, but I mean now, very close because I told you so. You know, we love because we love the place. Yeah, we be freaky and we wanna stay.
Chain a lot of names, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever did a thank you, then just let me do it now.
Lots of stripes, so we begin that thought and force a lot. Guaranteed until it has better goal than mine. We do it so change like a chameleon. And the channel, whenever the rap show the world is on, you know we travel like get all our through the battles. Rattles out your head, will redeem. I call the bottles, fall in love with your teachers on the rock for yourself, mate. Check, we free of Beverly Hills, babe.
Chain a lot of names, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever did a thank you, then just let me do it now. Keep my feet on the ground, keep my head in the clouds. Electrified by the sound that comes from the down. And we chain a lot of names, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever did a thank you, then just let me do it now. Back again, I'm holed up in the waiting room again. Focus on the empty, getting underneath my skin. How do I keep it? How do I keep it here? Look at how the time flies, burning daylight to the ground. Wash away the ashes, gonna quiet my head down. How do I keep it? How do I keep it here? 'Cause I wanna get high, but you're keeping me low. I don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I wanna get high, but you're taking me down, down, down. Don't got time to waste.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of LA, see the faces of the people as they run away. It's a permanent distraction, a modern reaction. The people don't have to feel the dissatisfaction. It's a slow journey up, but a quick ride on down. And nobody here knowing their way around. From the top of the world, every which way is down. And who's gonna take the crown? 'Cause I wanna get high, but you're keeping me low. I don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I wanna get high, but you're taking me down, down, down. Don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. Oh, 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 oh. I've had too much to think.
Being busy is good. You're ticking the boxes. You're getting the kids to practice, then school, then practice again. Your work is triple saved on the laptop and put away where the cat can't lie on it. And dinner is served. Thanks to Publix, your grocery shopping is everyday easy. Publix offers convenient options such as Publix Delivery, powered by Instacart, online easy ordering, and even deli grab-and-go items. So next time you have more tasks than time, think of Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Show you how it is done. There's no competitors. Time to say goodbye to the sun. It takes a better turn. Wake up, it's not your typical rehash. Something unpredictable. Do you really know that? I will remember this one. I'm just on pure momentum. Rock out and break up your own suppression. Like to see you having fun in the setting sun. Sunset in July. Rockers by my side and time is flying by. Watching you dancing and having the time of your life. And it's getting me hot. Time is flying by. Whoa.
January, February, March, and May, and it's June with the tune just to brighten my day. Sun setting in July, I'm gonna fade them away. Time is sliding on. Hear what I say? Wow! If you believe that, back up. You need that. Space and time and space in my way. And I'm forever in existence, I'm forever okay. Wow!
Sunset in July. Rockers by my side. Time is flying by. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Watching you dancing and having the time of your life. And it's getting me hot. Time is flying by. Whoa.
The time of our lives.
Here I was happy.
The days flying by.
Come closer to me. Well, I can never knock out all the things that you give in throughout the multiverse, but anything could be true. Might as well make up anything to believe it. It's made inside of you. Sunset in July. Rockers by my side. Time is flying by. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Watching you dancing and having the time of your life. And it's getting me hot. Time is flying by. Whoa. Watching you dancing and having the time of your life. And it's getting me hot. Time is flying by. Whoa.
is. Come original, you got to come original. All entertainers, come original. You got to come original, you got to come original. All entertainer. Who I? Funk slap bass mixed with the dance hall and hip hop beats and funk guitar and deadly on the mic with one essay. Name is 311 and you know it ain't easy. Ha! This is not a test, there's no time to mow. How you gonna cope with radioactive isotope and boss DJ? Endless upon you, quick play. Affecting you fast on the airways. Message brought to you by the solar system. Activated, tune yourself with meditation and green plans. You got bad lives to set you yet. They're beautiful as you and they like to dance. Everything we do, we gotta come original. Put your hands up in the air and prepare for battle. Set up on the rhythm like a tire on the rim. We do it non-stop and then we do it again. Some of the wine and some of the bass, they cannot do it, never switch. Coming from the heart and deliver it with a wild pitch. Sit up on top of the rhythm like a wild stallion. This is the rolling system. Come original, you got to come original. All entertainers, come original. You got to come original. You got to come original. All entertainers, come original. You got to come original. You got to come original. All entertainers, come original. You got to come original. You got to come original. All entertainers, come original.
Back again, I'm holed up in the waiting room again. Focus on the empty, getting underneath my skin. How do I keep it? How do I keep it here? Look at how the time flies, burning daylight to the ground. Wash away the ashes, gonna quiet my head down. How do I keep it? How do I keep it here? 'Cause I wanna get high, but you're keeping me low. I don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I wanna get high, but you're taking me down, down, down. Don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. Illuminate the shadows and try to keep the light within. Avoid another battle and forget what might have been. How do I keep it? How do I keep it here? 'Cause I wanna get high, but you're keeping me low. I don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I wanna get high, but you're taking me down, down, down. Don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I've had too much to think. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of LA, see the faces of the people as they run away. It's a permanent made distraction, a modern reaction. The people don't have to feel the dissatisfaction. It's a slow journey up, but a quick ride on down. And but you're keeping me low. I don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I wanna get high, but you're taking me down, down, down. Don't got time to waste, time to kill. I've had too much to think. I've had too much to
You care about the types of food you put into your body, and at Publix, we care about what matters to you. That's why we created Greenwise products, food from a shared belief in good. Click the ad or visit us online at publix.com/greenwise to learn more about Greenwise products, available only at Publix supermarkets, where shopping is a pleasure.
Start the game and breaking all that game. You know that you have lost at the second you delay. Play the key, it lies in your biology. Rising up the temperature, useless technology. Park the car and walk under the stars. So goddamn afraid to let down your guard. You can say I'm talking, but me, that's just what it is like in the wildfire. It would never transpire. You can beat it in advance. Just let them all burn in the wildfire.
Let me tell you what you might not know. When the chips are down, I mean lower than low. You might think this dude won't show, cause I done robbed knocks and took on the door. Well, hope I come with my squad and we'll get in the mix. And you can pray to your God, but your God can't fix how I look at this world. And if I am crying, it's cause I'm at the bigger love and I'ma die laughing. Ha ha.
heals, but it never does. That's cause you at war with love. You at war with love.
These battle scars don't look like they're fading. Don't look like they're ever gone away. They ain't never gonna change. These battles.
Never let a wound ruin me, but I feel like ruins wooing me. Arrow holes that never close from Cupid on a shooting spree. Feeling stupid cause I know it ain't no you and me. But when you're trying to beat the odds up and trying to keep your nods up, and you know that you should know and let it go, but the fear of the unknown hone another lover's phone sends you back into the zone. With no Tom Hanks to bring you home, a lover not a fighter on the front line with a poem. Trying to write yourself a rifle, maybe sharpen up a song to fight the tanks and drones of you being alone.
I wish I never looked, I wish I never touched. I wish that I could stop loving you so much. Cause I'm the only one that's trying to keep us together. When all of the signs say that I should forget her. I wish you were the best I ever had. I wish that the good outweighed the bad. Cause it'll never be over until you tell me it's over. These
but you said it, and I hope you never come back. It shouldn't have happened, but you let it. Now you're down on the ground screaming medic. The only thing that comes is the post-traumatic stresses. Shields, body armors, and vests don't properly work. That's why you're in a locker full of hurt. The enemy within and all the fires from your friends. The best medicines to probably just let it win.
I wish I couldn't feel, wish I couldn't love. I wish that I could stop cause it hurts so much. And I'm the only one that's trying to keep us together. When all of the signs say that I should forget her. I wish you were the best I ever had. I wish that the good outweighed the bad. Cause it'll never be over.
Can never be over
until you tell me it's over.
Until you tell me it's over. Does that's because you at war with love.
And I'm at the point of breaking, and it's impossible to shake it.
See, you hope the wound heals, but it never does. That's cause you at war with love. Hope it heals, but it never does. That's cause you at war with love.
Cadence in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show.
Have you ever had the feeling that chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh. Put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they ass. See, that's how that shit tell me, man. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go on and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Two in the air for the father that's there. Three in the air for the kids in the ghetto. Four for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the niggas trying to hold them back. Five in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the niggas holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New York, Haiti then I detour, Oakland out to Oakland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your son don't have a gun and never be a D-boy. The show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. Yeah. So no matter what you've been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see, when you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass, picket fence or barbed wire, never ever put them down. You just lift your arms higher, raise them till your arms tired. Let them know you there, that you struggling, surviving, that you gon' persevere. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving, nobody going home. Even if they turn the lights out, the show is going on. Alright, the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so strong. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on alright. The show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on.
Mortal for you, piece of bark or golden. You may feed now. Sometimes the prey turns and nips us. It is small.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know the return. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show.
Yeah, a fresh, cool young Lou trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees. What have you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list? Who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through, and the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then the hitman standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like shadow in the veil, I battle with it well. Though I need a holiday like lady who's on blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too.
If you are what you say you are, a a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah.
And you better wear your shades. The spotlights here can burn holes through the stage. Down through the basement, past the Indian graves where the dinosaurs laid, and out through China, nearly misses airliners, magnified times 5. This is pointing at the rhyme, ricochets off the moon and sets the forest ablaze. Now that's important to say, cause even with all that, most of us don't want it to fade. Duh. We want it to braid, meaning we want it to grow, meaning we want it to stay. Like the governor called and he told him to wait. Unstrap him from the chair and put him back in his cage. The audience ain't phased, then they ain't gon' clap and they ain't gon' praise. They want everything back that they paid, cause they've been waiting since 10 to see the lights get dim.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show. Oh, 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 yeah.
So chauffeur, come and take me away, cause I've been standing in this line for like 5 whole days. Me and security ain't getting along, and when I got to the front, they told me all of the tickets were gone. So just take me home where the mood is mellow, when the roses are thrown, M&M's are yellow, and the light bulbs around my mirror don't flicker. Everybody gets a nice autograph picture, one for you and one for your sister, who had to work tonight but is an avid listener. Every song's a favorite song and mics don't feedback. All the reviewers say you need to go and see that. And everybody claps cause everybody is pleased, and then they all take the stage and start performing for me. Like ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Oh, oh, oh. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here and the lights are on, and they wanna show. Oh, 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 yeah. If you are what you say you are, then have no fear.
Being busy is good. You're ticking the boxes. You're getting the kids to practice, then school, then practice again. Your work is triple saved on the laptop.
Flame meld will go on to ban. You cannot stop it.
Praise the Beck. You were there to stop Alexandra Canal capturing the heart.
Daedra, the anchors, you destroy them in vain. sometimes admire our flame. The secretly abhorred when it cheats our stance. The skins of those you love will fly as my banners. Truly have no mercy. Stop.
staying out of trouble?
Alright guys, I'm going to bed. Have a good night everyone.